Hi friends, it's time for 5 Under 5. This month it's Christmas song inspired DIYs hosted by Farm Charm Chic and special guest Lisa from Lovin's The Life. Links to the host and the playlist will be in the description box. Let's get started. For this DIY, I have 2 decals that I created on my Cricut Joy, a ceramic heart hanger that I found at Dollar Tree. I thought the size and the shape of this would be just perfect to emphasize the reason that we celebrate Christmas, which is the birth of Jesus. I found this silhouette image just on a random search in Google, so I was able to save it to my device and upload it into Cricut and cut it out for free, and then just using the texting portion, I just put in Glory to the Newborn King. I really love that part of Hark the Herald. So I thought this would be really beautiful just to emphasize the birth of Jesus. And I love how this turns out. Just a really easy DIY, but a really nice impact and such a beautiful message. After removing the twine hanger it came with, I'm just going to give a little outline in black paint, and when that dries, I'm going to use a black and white buffalo check to use as a hanger, and that'll be it. For this DIY, I have more decals that I made on my Cricut. A ceramic piece from Hobby Lobby that was reduced down to $119. So what I want to do is get all of this scraped off and then apply my piece on earth. Okay, so I'm just using a razor from Dollar Tree. They come in a package of, I believe, 6. Just to get all of this wording and the lines scraped off. I want to keep that little border, that single line border if I can. So I was really trying my best to get all the stripes off and not hit that border. So once I got everything cleared off, I'm going to apply here my piece on earth, and I'm using a permanent vinyl, a glitter vinyl from Cricut. It gives a really nice shimmer when the light hits it, but it can be kind of difficult to work with, and my H didn't fully transfer, so I had to go back here and do the H over again for that to fully come off. But my piece on earth is based from the song It Came Upon the Midnight Clear, and one of the lyrics is peace on earth, goodwill to men, from heaven, all gracious King. So I didn't have room on this ceramic piece for all of that. So I thought, peace on earth would be really beautiful to add, and a few peace doves and a small heart in the middle. And just the last thing is to get this little heart transferred, and then this piece will be complete. Peace on earth. Let me know, what do you think of this DIY? For this DIY, I have a template of a Rudolph head cut out and a full roll of the brown faux leather from Dollar Tree. So based on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I'm going to make a faux leather Rudolph head using my fabric. Let me just get it lined up and even. And get my Rudolph head traced out. The full roll of the faux leather is 11.75 inches by 20 inches. I picked Rudolph because this is one of my most favorite Christmas songs as a child. Rudolph is so wildly popular. He has several songs, not just, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but also Run Rudolph by the late Chuck Berry is a really cool rockabilly song. And my son really loves Rudolph, so I wanted him to have some input into my DIYs, and he wanted Rudolph. Once I had my pieces cut out, I put them together the way they would be sewn and pinned the bottom portion so that I could start to sew the antlers. Okay, so I'm going to stop stitching for now because with the antlers all stitched up, I can add my polyfill, and it's easier to add it with just the antler portion stitched down and the rest of it is loose, so I can really get up in there. And I'll take a bamboo skewer to stuff the polyfill and try to get into all the little angles of the antlers, and then I can continue my stitching. So I want to start working on his face now that I have the antlers stuffed, and my template only had the nose. So I found one of my son's like little Pokemon piece things, and it's about the same size. So I'm going to use that to cut out a few layers of felt to start on his nose. Once all my felt is cut out, I'm going to glue 3 layers of the felt together for his nose so it kind of pops out a bit. I'm using Aleene's fabric glue. I'm not sure of the hold of the fabric glue to the faux leather. It's not mentioned on the bottle as something that it can be glued onto, and I want this to have long-term hold, so I'd rather just stitch it on. Using a scrap piece of white faux leather, I'll use a larger spool of thread to make the whites of his eyes. Then using black faux leather and a smaller spool of thread, I'll make his pupil. So then with everything cut out, I'm going to do a dry fit of all my layered pieces before I get them stitched on. Okay, so now that I have the majority of my stitching completed, I'm going to go ahead and fill this Rudolph with polyfill and then complete my stitching. And here's my completed faux leather red-nosed reindeer. I think he turned out really adorable. Let me know, what do you think of him? For this DIY, I have a wooden mug ornament from Dollar Tree, chalk couture transfer, some white and yellow transfer paste that I found on Amazon, and then Kelly Green apple barrel paint. I'm gonna go ahead and get my mug painted green. Now that the green paint has dried, I'm going to add my chalk couture transfer and make sure that I have all of the wording on the bottom of the mug and nothing is hanging over. And then I'm using a white and a bright yellow transfer paste that I found on Amazon. I will try to link those in the description box. I got 6 colors and a bunch of squeegees for less than $20, so it was just a better deal than chalk couture. So the white is just for the calm and bright area, and then the yellow is for the small candle with the little beams of light shooting out from the flame. I love these little wooden mugs that Dollar Tree sells. Now for the top, you can paint it white with just some acrylic paint. You can use puff paint, or you can use spackle and a little bit of paint and glitter like I'm doing. This spackle that I have here, I found at Home Depot. It's the DAP brand. I don't really need to add the white paint for the color. I just add the white paint just to loosen the consistency of the spackle up a little bit. The one that Dollar Tree sells has a grayish tinge to it, so you definitely have to add white paint to that if you're looking for a white faux whip. And then to add my faux whip, I'm just gonna go in little circle, a little circular motion all the way around until I have the entire wooden top covered. And I'm gonna do like 2 layers of this so it looks really thick and creamy. Then I'll add some of these little embellishments I found on Amazon. The description on Amazon said that they were for fingernails, but they're kind of chunky to be added into fingernails. They look like little sprinkles to me, so that's why I like to add them into my faux whips. So I'm using the holly leaves and berries just to add another level of cuteness. And with my little block glued to the back, my mug will stand up. Calm and bright, based on the song Silent Night. One of the lyrics, all is calm and all is bright. Let me know, what do you think of this mug? For this DIY, based on the song You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, I have a metal stocking from Dollar Tree's Crafter Square area, a window cling sheet from Big Lots, it's $2.99. I'm only going to use one. I'm thinking this one will fit. So I get my cling removed and added to my stocking to do a dry fit. And I end up moving the position up just a little bit. And then I'm going to use a little bit of matte Mod Podge just to make sure that the cling sticks to the galvanized metal. And I pulled up a couple more of the little gifts from the window cling sheet just to fill out more of the bottom of the stocking. And then I found a pre-made little bow that I found in a package of like 10 or 12 from Dollar General for $1. And it's black and white buffalo check, so I thought that would be really cute just to hot glue that to the top. Nothing, super fancy. This is a super easy DIY, but really adorable and really appropriate for the song You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, considering he has all the town's presents in this window cling. And here's another look back at the other song-inspired DIYs from this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching today. I've enjoyed creating these. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Don't forget there is a playlist. I'll have a link in the description box to all of the hosts and the playlist. I hope you have a blessed holiday season.